Lane battle though, as LJL's Evi and Thaldrin from Turkey are going to be battling it out. Of course, Thaldrin, we do remember him from MSI. This guy cheesed his way through a caster versus player match by picking up LeBlanc and going to town on people.
He wanted to win something.
Exactly. This man is known to go try hard, so we'll see what he's going to pick up in this 1v1. Jax, Rengar, Pantheon gone though. That's a lot of melee champions off the board.
I think the bans tell us a story already that there's 2 top laners in this game. For sure. Maybe we'll see the Caitlyn mirror finally. Yeah!
No, please, God, no. But Yorick going to be taken off the board. Not sure why that's banned. But I'm glad we're not going to see it.
Yeah,
so that's one thing. Kindred is, of course, still available. Nunu, still there. Caitlyn, still there. Nah, not there anymore.
Ooh.
But not entirely sure.
Before we get to see some Malphite, Potato matchup with Grasp of the Undying, the mastery I flamed on the endless list. That would be interesting.
See if it comes back to bite you. But Thaldrin taking his time, 4 seconds to go now. Just find the Caitlyn button. Please press it, Thaldrin.
Ooh.
Not going to. Aurelia going to be banned away. I feel like they've got a gentleman's agreement. Like, we're only going to play top laners as we take this one down. But, of course, Kindred, not necessarily known as a top laner, just known as pretty good in the 1v1. And it's going to be locked in here for Thaldrin. Heavy just deciding he wants to take his time.
There's a bunch of stuff open.
Yeah,
I can imagine Caitlyn doing really well against the Kindred because she's relatively low range. To be honest, I can imagine Caitlyn doing good against anything on the 1v1.
Yeah, that's the problem, I think, at this point. 20 seconds to go. Evie still can't find the Caitlyn button. Maybe no one. Maybe it's been disabled. I'm not sure.
I kind of hope so.
Yeah, so do I.
What other champions are open? We have Nunu. We have the AD Orianna that I hyped up.
The LeBlanc, of course, is there.
LeBlanc. We saw
Vladimir is available, a fantastic 1v1 champion in the early game.
Okay.
Cool.
I think it's interesting that we get to see the minds of players. It's very, like it's like jumping into the mind and we get to see.
Please tell us about what's going through the mind of Evie when he picks up the Vladimir. Out of everything.
It's like when you think of Vladimir, oh, power spike at level 9. When have we seen anyone level 9 in a 1v1? Never. Good luck.
Yeah, that went through my mind as well. But Evie, he may just have found something. It's the first time that we've seen Vladimir here on this patch in a 1v1 ever. So
for a reason.
Wait, can you buy a revolver straight away?
Can you?
No, you just flat out can't. So it's just going to be really, really hard.
I think that's something that should be just given to Vladimir, like as a small handicap for him.
Well, actually, if we're going to talk seriously about Vladimir here, I mean, there are a lot of extra masteries that now give you a whole lot of extra sustain. Could there be something that he could do? Of course, he does have the Bloodlord Vladimir skin, which is, of course, legendary, making him far better out the gate.
I thought we were being serious.
No.
When it comes to Vladimir, like the issue with Vladimir in a 1v1 is that his all-in is so weak. So whenever he uses his Q on the mini-wave to sustain some HP back, then he's just going to be zoned off the wave. And pushing is so important in the 1v1. Getting zoned off the wave is going to lose you the game eventually because you're going to lose rally control.
That's very true. And I mean, he's not going to be able to stack that Tides of Blood very easily as well, considering the fact that, look, it kills you. And Thaldrin's going to be trying to do that too. And he's already 2 champions. And when you've got 3 champions trying to kill you, that's just not good news here for Evie, because it seems like no one's on his side.
It's like the one thing Vladimir had going on for him on the Summoner's Rift was the fact that people are running TP in the top lane, people are running TP in the mid lane, no Ignites. But in this scenario, you have the Ignite and the Exhaust. So Vladimir's going to have a bad time, no matter what.
Well, Evie looking to try and get a ward into this brush. No, he's not. He's going to face check it as Wolf's going to come down. Thaldrin just saying, all right, I'll take my health back. Have a good time. Evie, though, already pops the pot. Woo! Okay.
He has a drinking problem.
He does. Most definitely. Just auto-attack some champions, man. Make use of that potion, which has definitely stopped working now that he's back to full health.
That's no good.
Yeah, well, he's picked up 1 CS. Even already. Oh, no.
As I said, it's all about the little things. And a potion, it is a little thing, but it's so important in this particular scenario.
That's, you know, it's 15 gold bigger now as well. Think about it, it's not as little as it used to be.
That's true. Actually, kind of, like, in the past, I bought potions recklessly. I just bought them all the time. But now I kind of feel they're expensive.
Yeah, you consider it. You really do. Evie, though, not quite level 2 yet, taking a whole bunch of damage from Thaldrin. We mentioned the fact that this guy likes to go try-hard mode. He's definitely playing well already. Evie down to very low health underneath this turret, but is going to be able to get a bunch of it back using that transfusion.
So instantly we saw the problem with Vladimir. He uses the Q and he has to go AFK for 12 seconds. That is very problematic.
Yeah. I think having to go AFK in a 1v1 probably not exactly the best move here. The 7-13 in that creep score has only translated to a 100 gold lead though, ladies and gentlemen. Evie's still in this one. Oh, and Thaldrin is going to deny that relic.
I like how this particular map has some objectives too. Objective control, bam, take the relic. I like it.
Yeah, it's true. It's like a mini game of Summoner's Rift, you know? I guess that's what it is.
It's fast and fun.
Oh my goodness, it's Dominion. Who would have thought? We tricked everyone into watching Dominion.
Oh my goodness, don't remind me of Dominion map, man. All these Ramoses running around.
I really like that we already had Stress and Pulse talking about sweet Dominion tactics as well. I feel like I learned so much more. Zevi is going to head back to base. Wolf's Frenzy is going to be used here from Thaldrin just to clear out this wave. Convinces Heavy that he wants to hang around.
I'm kind of thinking like, these players, are they watching the other 1v1s? Because this feels like a flashback or like deja vu of what happened to the Rise. Eventually he's going to be forced to base, going to lose even more experience, more gold, and then eventually lose the game.
I think they just really loved Ultimate Bravery. And they're like, well, I can pick the silliest champion into this matchup. Haha! Nevi's trying to go for it here. So far, still alive. Is down half the CS here of Thaldrin at this point, but still in it. And it could just be an all-in here as he's probably waiting for that revolver. Thaldrin now going all in though. You can see lots of damage down. Just needed Wolf to throw down an auto attack, but the pull going to be used at fantastic timing.
So close.
Oh my gosh.
And he can't even afford the revolver at this point.
Oh wait.
It's so rough.
Oh yeah, you're right. Of course, because he spent money on the shield.
That is true. Yeah. No refunds.
Oh, exactly.
On this map either.
Well, if you do, I mean, you just don't get much value. Thaldrin, though, going to get a free back as these minions die to the turret. That experience going completely to waste.
Can he afford the Hex Drinker? That's his question. No.
Oh, more Dolans, man. Oh, look at how many swords he's got. He was only throwing one sword around. Now he has 4. I think if that isn't cheating, I don't know what is.
A book versus sword.
I know.
I'll pick sword every time.
I mean, I know the phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword, but Evie doesn't even have a pen. He can't even write in his book.
Yeah, it's rough. He has a shield, though.
Yeah.
But once again, Vladimir.
How many arms does he have, though? He's going to need 4 shields. But, yeah, he might be able to grab himself a relic here, but Thaldrin is going to make him work for it now. The transfuse goes down, gets a bit of health back, but Wolf, man, that damage.
It's going to be very, very hard to kill the Vladimir. That's probably the difference between him and Rise. He can always pull away, also in this case flash away. So I'm kind of expecting the 100 CS game. So we better think of stuff to talk about.
We can just talk about items in real life more often. I think that one's working out quite well. Cannon going to go down for Thaldrin here, though, as he jumps forward. Pull immediately used by Evie. He's playing very scared. Says goodbye to 20% of his health for that one.
And it's like, now you kind of think that, oh my god, if Thaldrin had Flash, okay, he would have killed the Vladimir. But in reality, if he had Flash in the other matchups, then he would have probably lost. Imagine like a 1v1 Kindred matchup. That's what he's expecting. But instead, his enemy wants to be very nice to him. Picks the Vladimir.
But he's still able to stay in this one. Over half health, which is good. Putting himself back down to under using that Tides of Blood, but probably wants to get some spell vamp in this build in order to get his life sorted out.
I don't even feel like it's going to help him at this point, sadly.
Well, Hemo Plague's available.
That's true. But then again, the ult on Thaldrin is also available.
Yep.
Which is probably the big counter to it.
Yeah. Of course, the player's unable to see what their opponents picked up. until they both locked in, of course. So they may have understood things were going to look bad. But look, Kindred has made multiple appearances in this 1v1 so far and has been very, very strong.
It's like the peanut I'm trying to crack is what is he expecting Thaldrin to pick if he picks Vladimir? Maybe he expected the Malphite as I suggested in Champions Select.
Well, maybe he was expecting the Caitlyn, considering the fact that Caitlyn, of course, left available.
But Caitlyn also destroys Vladimir.
That's a good point.
Like
I mean, I didn't really have much follow-up, I'm not going to lie to you.
Vladimir can't reach her. Yeah, he is relatively short range as well. Sure, he has the sustenance, but it's not enough, simply.
Well, Thaldrin going aggressive one more time. Evie, still with not too many points into that queue. You can see a lot of damage going down. Pool going to have to be used. Another turret shot helping Evie out. Now is his time to go back to base. Does he have that 700 or so gold? Pick up that revolver.
Yeah.
He's going to. There it is.
There we go.
We're online, boys.
Counter the swords with guns. Oh. Bang, bang.
Yeah, that's a good point. I saw The Last Samurai. I know how that one works. Spoiler alert.
Okay, so we're approaching the 100 CS.
Oh, the exhaust going down. Thaldrin might be able to just take the turret here, though. That's going to go. Evie's still alive, so survived it. But the turret is going to score him a loss in the end. So Thaldrin moving forward. And look, another unorthodox pick coming out in this 1v1. So proof, once more, Vladimir, not the best 1v1 champion.
You just have to pick something that can buy a bunch of Doran's Blades.